talk, and you were able to develop your key points based off of Amnon, his attitude, and the wrong course that he decided to take. And then also as well, the motivation. How can our conclusion provide motivation for who it is that we're talking to? And you did that very nicely this evening as well in your talk. The final sentences, it helps us to appreciate that if they're well phrased, then we'll have reinforcement for what we're saying to that person. And you really piqued their interest too in showing them, well, I can take you to the website, jw.org, and help you to appreciate many other aspects that you could benefit from too to help that person out. So very nicely done this evening. Thank you, Sister Sanders. Now we'll give our attention to Brother Terry, and he has the talk, Ways in Which We Can Learn About Jehovah.
I'm excited about this week's family study. When we were on vacation, Xavier, you're fascinated with how beautiful everything was and the creatures that you saw, and you talked about Jehovah created them, and then you asked how we could learn about Jehovah. I love that question. I'm happy that you asked it. And did you know that in the front of our Bible, they actually have that exact question? And it's something that we can commonly answered questions, and then we can also use it in field service. So let's turn to page 9 of our Bible here, and let's look at this. Okay? Candy, can you read Romans 1:24? It's the first scripture there.
And it says, "For his invisible qualities are clearly seen from the world's creation onward, because they are perceived by the things made, even his eternal power and Godship, so that they are inexcusable."
That scripture is a little hard to understand, isn't it, X? Let's break it down a little. What did you enjoy seeing in Mexico?
The turtles and all the fish in that was dolphin.
I enjoyed seeing all of those too, Xavier. Well, and how about that coral reef? It was so beautiful. Who do you think created all those things?
Jehovah.
That's right. We can see Jehovah's awesome powers because of everything that he created there, and also he keeps everything running for us here on earth. So that's exactly what that scripture is saying. We see everything in his creation.
And then the next scripture is really good because it brings out the point in 1 Timothy 4:15 where it tells us to ponder on these things, which is what we're doing right now. And what are we doing every time we have family worship, Ed?
Learning about Jehovah.
Very good, X. Let's now look at this next scripture here at Hebrews 10:24 and 25. Can you read that for us also?
It says, "And let us consider one another so as to incite to love and fine works, not forsaking our meeting together as some have the custom, but encouraging one another, and all the more so as you see the day drawing near."
So, Xavier, why do we go to meetings?
To learn about Jehovah because we love him.
Exactly. But more than that, the scripture talks about us not forsaking our meetings together. Do you know what forsake means?
No.
Forsake means to stop doing something, X. So in this case, it was saying don't stop going to the meetings.
So we wouldn't want to stop going to our meetings. And don't we really love going to the meetings and seeing our friends and learning about Jehovah?
And learning about Jehovah because we love him.
And the last scripture here at James 1:5 is exactly what you did, X. You came to us and you asked a question. And it talks about that if we want to learn or get wisdom, we can ask Jehovah at any time. Do you know what wisdom means?
No.
Can you explain that?
It means learning something and then applying what you learn. How did you apply wisdom, X, when we told you about the stove?
Oh, you told me the stove is hot, so I won't touch it again.
Yeah, exactly. So let's go over what we learned. So we see Jehovah in everything that he's created, and we see his powers. We study about him, and then we attend our meetings with our brothers and sisters so we can associate and learn about Jehovah. And last, we ask Jehovah through prayer to give us wisdom. Does that help you a little bit, Xavier?
Yep.
way. And this will really help us Candy out in service. So now let's go watch some Caleb videos.
Yes.